guys, so I'm hoping my new car mount thing is working and not shaking everywhere. I don't know why I'm going out on Easter weekend when it's super busy, but we don't really have time to do anything for Easter Sunday with my grandma, so we're going there today. It's really nice out. It's kind of like crappy situations going on. I haven't done a car vlog in a while, so I figured I would just sit here and chat as I drive there, because it takes like a half an hour to get there. But my grandpa isn't doing good. He's been battling prostate cancer for like years now. It's just like a slow moving cancer, and now it's like in his blood and everything. There's a big long name for it that I can't pronounce, nor will I try to pronounce. Like, they basically told my grandma when he went to the doctor yesterday that he doesn't have that much time left, although they told him that like 4 years ago and he's still kicking. Then at the beginning of the month, Steven's grandma went into the hospital because she was just having like a horrible week. She has like every kind of arthritis you can imagine, and she just got to the point where like she couldn't get out of bed or move or anything, and then she had a really bad night, and so he took her to the hospital the next day, and then since then she's been in a nursing home, like getting physical therapy and stuff, so she's coming home on Tuesday. And I'm just hoping that she's like good to go, you know, because I can't physically lift her in and out of bed. Like, I have no problem taking care of her, but I'm not strong enough. So there's that. I'm moving all my work stuff upstairs so I can be like right across the hall from her in case she needs me. But good news is Aiden is starting school next month, and his evaluation went really well, and then we went back for the meeting, and that went so much better than I was dreading going to it because I didn't know what they were gonna say. And he did really good on his evaluation, and they want to work with him and do like, basically he's going to go full-time to their preschool program, and they have like, it's a small class of kids that are all at his same level, which I feel so much better about now. So I don't have to worry about him like being in a class with violent kids, or like, that was what I was really worried about, because there's so many different issues you can face when it comes to that. But it's going to be from Mondays through Thursdays, so he's going to have to adjust to, and I'm going to have to adjust to not having him home. Like, he's always home with me. I don't know what I'm going to do. But they have, yeah, it's Aiden. They have the preschool teacher, which we met all the people, and they're all super nice, so I'm stoked about that. His preschool teacher, then there's a couple like aides in the class that are there to help the kids with stuff, and the speech pathologist, which is what he really needs, is going to be able to work with him one-on-one like every day, instead of, I know they have something called early intervention where they send someone to your house if you want, like a few days a week. I mean, a few days a month or something like that. And that is not enough for him. Like, I can tell you right now, that's not enough. Because he's 4 years old and still not, like, he's getting a lot better with like telling me stuff and asking for things, but that communication barrier is so tough. Like, we've been trying sign language and stuff, and he wants nothing to do with that, so it's just like, what am I gonna do? I'm nervous but excited for him to start school, because I think it'll be really good for him. He doesn't like, we don't have a lot of kids around for him to play with. Like, pretty much all he has is my best friend's, well, she just had a little baby boy, but her two daughters, one is a year older than him and one is a year younger than him. And we don't get to see them that much because they live in Rhode Island, we live in Massachusetts, and like our schedules are just crappy and never link up. So that's really the only interaction with other kids that he gets. So I'm excited that he's going to be in a class with not a bunch of, but a handful of other kids that he can have as little buddies. It was so funny too, the day that he went to his evaluation, he came home and he wanted to play with his Play-Doh. And I was like, okay, we'll take out the Play-Doh and stuff. And he kept saying, Play-Doh, Play-Doh. And he, like, never wanted anything to do with the Play-Doh before because he didn't like touching it, he didn't like the feeling of it. And then when we went, because we didn't get to go into the evaluation with him when, like, the psychologist and the preschool teacher and everybody were, like, evaluating him, so we didn't know what they did. And then at the meeting they told us, oh yeah, we were playing with Play-Doh, and he didn't want to touch it at first, but we showed him how to poke holes in it, and then he was loving it. And I was like, well, that explains why he's been all about Play-Doh lately. And I got him a little a kit for Easter. So sorry, the Easter bunny got him a kit for Easter. Now I'm stuck behind the school bus. It's going super slow, there's no one in it, and it's a Saturday, so. His hat is probably on sideways because he likes to wear baseball caps sideways, but he has like a fedora on today and he keeps wanting to put that sideways and it looks so silly. I can't even tell if you can see him. I think so. I think this angle is a lot better than being in front of the what do you call it? The air blower thingy. The vent. The last few times I did a vlog, I put the phone in front of the vent like an idiot, and it was so noisy. The last one that I recorded, I couldn't even upload it because there was too much noise going on in the background. I feel like I forgot to bring something with me, and I don't remember what I'm forgetting. I just remembered I can't even, the port, like the charger port on my phone is broken, so I'm not going to be able to, the only way I can get this video onto my computer now is to put it in, upload it to Google Drive, and that always takes like 24 hours for it to show up, especially when I do a long video because it's so much to upload. So I should probably shut this off now so that it doesn't take forever. I don't really have that much else to talk about, I guess. I don't think I have my MP3 player with me, so now I'm gonna have to drive in silence because I hate the radio. The radio plays nothing but crap music now. There's like 3 stations I will listen to. No, maybe 2. 94 HJY, which plays a lot of classic rock, but they're like the only channel that plays Green Day, and BRU plays Green Day. I think BRU is my favorite because that's the only channel around where we live that plays the type of music that I like. I used to listen to 92 Pro FM a lot, but that's like the top 40 hits radio or whatever, and what people consider good music now is not good music. I like everything, like I don't discriminate against music, but there's so much crap on the radio right now. It's been like that forever, like they're just trying to kill rock music, but the majority of what I listen to is rock. And I still listen to Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears, and like rock and pop. The only thing I don't listen to is country. There's a couple songs that I can tolerate, Like, I don't mind, what's her name? What is that girl's name that was on American Idol? Carrie Underwood. I don't mind her because I think she's a really good singer. And her songs aren't too country, like, they just all sound the same, and they all, I know that's a cliche thing to say, but they're all about, like, the same crap. I'm, like, super tired because we went to bed so late last night. We were watching Stranger Things for, like, the 5th time. And then I woke up at, like, 8 because Steven's grandma was calling the house because she needed more clothes. So we have to bring her more clothes tomorrow. I don't even know when this is gonna get up, but she's supposed to come home Tuesday. Today is Saturday, the day before Easter. So if this doesn't go up for like a month. This is the first day we've had where it's been warm enough for me to wear just a t-shirt outside without a hoodie. Which I don't necessarily like because that means summer's coming and I can't. If it stayed like this today, it's 65 degrees outside. If it stayed like this all summer, I'd be in heaven. Like, I can't tolerate much hotter than this or I get sick. I've just always been that way ever since I was a little kid. I get, like, I don't want to eat and then it makes me nauseous. Which I am very surprised with myself that I went through our Florida trip without getting sick. Like, sick to my stomach. We all get a cold because the lady behind us on the plane on the way down there was sick. But, like, heat-wise, I didn't get ill. And I know Aiden's gonna take after me because he got sick when we got to Universal Studios, he barfed everywhere. I think he got car sick because, my brother-in-law's husband took us. He picked us up from the hotel at Disney on our last day there, and we drove with him all the way to Universal Studios. Which it seemed like it took forever. I'm not sure how long it actually takes to drive there from Disney to Universal Studios, but it seemed like it took an hour or more. But Aiden got car sick, and it was probably my fault because I wasn't thinking, and I gave him milk that morning. And it was really hot out, so that probably didn't help matters, but we had gotten out of the car and we went to go on the escalator to, like, get into the park, to go get the tickets to get into the park, and I saw it on his face. I was like, he's gonna barf. So luckily I like set him down fast enough. He like got a little bit on my shoulder, and then I had to go wash up in the bathroom, but after that he was fine. He was like, okay, let's go. He just got a little tummy nauseous. I always have like so many ideas of topics to talk about when I'm gonna do a car vlog, and then I totally forget once I start recording. I started watching that show 13 Reasons Why because whenever everybody's like raving about a show, I like to check it out just to see, and I cannot get into it. I just feel like, I don't know, I have so many opinions about it that I'm not going to state because I know that it'll offend people. Like, I know it was a book beforehand, I don't like the whole idea of it. It's very, like, not glorifying. See, I don't want to talk about it because I know it's gonna rub some people the wrong way with what I have to say, so I'm just gonna zip my lip about it right now. I can't really get into it, and I don't like the point, and I'm just gonna shut up. I don't want to offend anybody, but I just have opinions, I think, that differ from a lot of people. Anyway, there isn't really any other TV shows to talk about because I don't watch TV all that much. I watch Netflix and Hulu mostly, so there's nothing good on actual television except for Impractical Jokers. That's like the only current TV show that I watch, and The Walking Dead, but that's all over right now, so I still didn't watch the finale. I have to watch that probably tonight. such a picky eater, and the people at the school and stuff are gonna work with him on that too, because they say he has sensory issues. That's why he only wants to eat mostly soft stuff. Like, he would eat a peanut butter sandwich for every single meal. Like, it's like pulling teeth trying to get him to eat anything else. That bastard almost just cut me off. Trying to get used to driving more, because it sounds so stupid. I hate driving. I hate driving far. I hate driving places where I don't know where I'm going. And I don't really want to send Aiden on the van to and from school. They do offer that, but like, I'd rather just bring him and pick him up myself. But we only have one car right now, so that means having to take Steven to work in the morning and picking him up at night. And I hate the area where he works. Like, I hate driving through Brockton. I think Brockton, Massachusetts is on the list of like the top worst, ew, what just hit the windshield? The top worst cities in Massachusetts. It's just a ghetto. The entire city is a ghetto, and it's scary. But I have to drive through it to get to where he works. And it's just like, I did it once, and I had like the anxiety tingles in my hands the entire time. And I hate driving when I'm like that, because I don't want to be like freaking out behind the wheel. It's not safe for anybody. But I'm gonna have to get used to it. If I do the same route back and forth enough, then I'm fine. Like, when we first moved out here and I still worked where I used to live, I had to get used to that for a while, but it's mainly all highway, so it wasn't that bad. I don't mind highway driving. It's city one-way streets and all that BS that I cannot stand, because half the time the GPS will tell you to go down a street and it's a one-way street. That happens every time I have to go to Boston for something. And I'm always like, oh no, how do I turn around? Somebody's gonna come and hit me because I'm going down the wrong way down a one-way street. It's always the worst. I also freaking hate people like this who don't know how to merge. There's yield signs when you get onto the highway for a reason. Nobody ever knows how to yield to the traffic that's coming from the other way. And then when you see their car, they usually have a big old dent somewhere on it. And you wonder, gee, how did they get that? Because they drive like an asshat. Alright, so we're getting into my grandma's town now, so I'm gonna shut this off because it's already too long and it's never gonna upload to the cloud for me, so that to Google Drive, so that I can actually edit this. So I will talk to you guys later.